Hey, welcome back to the Curiosity Cave. This is Scott here, Stuke's Baseball Cards and Curiosities. This will be mostly a curiosity video. Publications I picked up at the National at the end of July. Gonna have a couple more too, go over some autographs, go over some oversized items, but I thought this was the smallest group of items I picked up, but I think I need to spend more detail on them than the other items, just because they're not as self-explanatory, and the detail is inside some of it's on the cover. But we'll start off with the first item. Most of these, not all of them, but probably at least half these items came from the McCann booth at the National. 50% off starting Friday, going into Saturday. No, I think it started Saturday or whatever, but I went in on Saturday and found the 50% off items. So I had been there the day before and paid full price. So I went back and looked for a few more things to pick up. First thing, this isn't from the McCann booth, but I did pick this up the second or third day of the National. It's a brochure for Fedtro. It's sound systems, and Mickey Mantle, of course, is used in advertising. A little hole punch in there, bigger than a pinhole, and there's a list of their companies they work with. There's a nice little ad for the Mexico City Olympics in 1968 on the back. And the reason that I like this so much, it goes along, I showed this a long time ago maybe, my intercom system with Mickey Mantle advertising on it. And this brochure, same company, Mickey Mantle advertising. Little different haircut, but yeah, maybe it's just the color is different. Looks like the same picture with the same sweater. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool, being able to pick that up to go along with my intercom system. Okay, the next item I did pick up at the McCann booth, and it was a 50% off item. As I've seen these around. So 1951, Who's Who in the American Association. If you're familiar with who played in the American Association 1951, let's see, where is he? There's a gentleman that played in Minnesota at the time, Minneapolis Millers, Willie Howard Mays. He played 30 some odd games with the Millers that year. But it's cool to have a publication from 1951 that has a picture of Willie. And there's also a couple other Hall of Famers on that team. There's Ray Dandridge. He also played with Willie that year. And let's see if I can find the other one. He'll be there he is. Hoyt Wilhelm. And it has all the different teams in the American Association. And a team photo to start off the group, where all those players from that team will be pictured after that with a small biography like I just showed. Next up, this is another item that was from the McCann booth, 1947, Boston Braves, and it is against the Brooklyn Dodgers. There's the Braves lineup. There's some pencil markings in there and stuff, but it hasn't been scored. And if you look at the Dodgers, you'll see the second batter is Robinson. And yep, he's number 42, but as you know, or may not have known, he's first baseman for the Dodgers that year. So I thought that was pretty cool. There's nothing else in here really that talks about Jackie Robinson, but there's some cool ads. There's the old Rupert beer and Calvert. Advertising on the back. And there's another one that I picked up at the same booth. These were all half price. I wasn't really looking to buy any new publications, but they just kind of fell in my lap. This is pretty cool. This is 1972. Last year that Roberto Clemente played. And he's on the cover against the Montreal Expos. This is the Expos program. There's no other information about Roberto Clemente in here. And actually looks, the scorecard is actually removed, but I really like that cover. Montreal Expos with Clemente on the cover. And here's another item from the same booth. This is probably the one that cost the most, even at half price. It's still awesome item. It's a French boxing magazine, 1910. It's got heavyweight champion Jack Johnson on the cover. Talks about the Jeffries Johnson fight inside. It's got all kinds of cool pictures of Jack Johnson and Jeffries. There's Jack Johnson riding a horse. There's an advertisement for Joe Jeanette. Shout out to Eddie's Cardboard Chaos. He collects Joe Jeanette. Let's see if there's anything else. And I'm sure there's some stories. There's Jack Johnson with the bass. It's just a great magazine. You can take pictures with Google and translate the pages. That's what I've been doing when I find something interesting. And I'm doing that also with some of the publications I'll be showing you in a minute here. Here's one of my favorite. This is a 1939 Reds versus Yankees World Series scorecard. And it's gem razors. You can see the gem sign in the outfield there. And it was printed in Cuba. And it's in Spanish. Just awesome. And each page has enough for 7 games. And you can see the lineup is listed for each team. There's the Yankees with Joe DiMaggio, Frank Cressetti there. There's the Reds, Frank McCormick, Ernie Lombardi, and it hasn't been scored. And in the back, you can see a little stamp there, and it talks about an address, or it mentions an address in Havana. That's just a great piece of Joe DiMaggio on the cover. You listen to the radio, and you can score the game by listening to the radio. I'm not sure how many of those even exist anymore. And here's the final two items. I bought these from Robert at Prestige Collectibles. He's very big into Japanese baseball cards and memorabilia. And I bought this magazine. It's from 1945. Translated some of the language, so it does talk about baseball stars for 49. Had some nice pictures, Japanese baseball players. And then it has like a couple of progressive shots of Lou Gehrig's swing. There's a picture of Joe DiMaggio and some more of Lou Gehrig's swing. And this is where I found the 1949 right there. Several more pages of Lou Gehrig's swing. So it's an article about Lou Gehrig, and there's a picture of Joe DiMaggio. Some more pictures of Gehrig. Just a awesome magazine. And I like that one so much, I talked to Robert, and he pointed out this magazine. This is from 1948. And it also has some great, pictures of Japanese legends. Nice fold out of Japanese stars. But the best part of it that I like the most was a nice fold out poster of Babe Ruth. I just think that's awesome. And it folds right back in there. It looks like that when it goes back into the magazine. I just love this kind of stuff. Stuff I would not have found if I had not gone to the National. I'm still kind of getting used to looking through these, because you can see it opens on the opposite side of what the magazines in the US open. Smells so good. Old paper. Let's see what else I can see in here. Then the issue has several cartoons, baseball cartoons. And it's very fragile. I probably shouldn't be handling it this much. Some other advertising on the back. So, yeah, that was one of my favorite items I picked up at the National. So my next video, I'm going to show some oversized items. Then we'll get to the autographs for the final National video. I'm sure some of you are tired of hearing about it, but I didn't go last year, so I made up for it this year. I think I bought over 80 items, and I had a great time doing it. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you have a great week.